What? Blue states are starting to turn red? What's going on, folks? Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to the channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I am your host, Ty Smith. Appreciate you guys all taking time out of your day to view my content. If you enjoy what I put out, make sure you follow me on all the platforms above and below. Also, don't forget to do that right there, which helps the channel. It also helps my content to consistently be recommended to you. Last but not least, do not forget to double check and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, because YouTube will unsubscribe you. You mysteriously just get unsubscribed from my channel somehow. Make sure the notifications are turned on in your cell phone on the YouTube app. You have to go into your settings, go to the YouTube app, and make sure the notifications are turned on there. Whenever I post a video, you should be notified, is what they're telling me. And according to YouTube, out of 419,000 subscribers, 52% of people don't have that turned on, is what they're telling me, which don't make sense anyway, because even that's the case, 200-some thousand people still aren't getting the notifications. Anywho, I know y'all tired of hearing this, but I don't care. I'm just going to put the news out there and put the information out there as I get it, right? And of course, it's about the video that you guys saw earlier, but it's on a different type of subject. This is regarding President Biden losing battleground states, blue states at that, which is what they're telling us. But before I give my take on this, check this out.
President Biden heading to Michigan today as he faces dwindling support in that battleground state for handling of the Israel-Hamas war and other things. He had this to say last night.
I met with most of the Arab leaders to try to get a consensus going as to what had to be done to deal with getting more aid and food and medicine into the Gaza Strip. And we pushed it really hard. And Israel occasionally was less than cooperative.
Maybe because they were attacked on October 7th and they still have hundreds of hostages in there. Could comments like that impact his performance in blue states that have a big Jewish population, like New York, where Biden is already seeing a drop in the polls to the point where Democrats are saying pour money in here? Politico says New York is now a battleground state. Has it gone that far? Former New York Governor George Pataki joins us now. Governor, if anyone knows success in a Republican in New York, you're the last one to really experience it. Do you believe things are changing in New York? Should Democrats consider a battleground state?
You know, Brian, it's a long time since anybody asked me if New York is a battleground state, but this year I'm getting asked it a lot, and I think it's because it is. And for that to happen, you need a number of different things. First is you need Democratic voters, 1 million Democratic voters, to look at their party, look at their candidates and say, we're screwing up royally. And you have that. You have the chaos at the top of the Democratic ticket. You have inflation. You have the migrant crisis in New York City and now in the suburbs. And it's leading a lot of Democrats to say, hey, wait a second, maybe my party has let me down and I should try something different. And the other thing, Brian, is you need a candidate who's going to campaign differently. And you saw that with President Trump. He held his rally in New York, not on Long Island, not in some suburb, but in the South Bronx. And that's exactly what you have to do. You have to reach out to minority voters, African-American voters, Latino voters, and of course, Jewish voters are very upset with Biden. So there's a real opportunity in New York.
Absolutely. I want you to hear President Biden yesterday with Zelensky saying he's doing everything possible to help that country, but he isn't. He gets in the weapons too slow and put too many restrictions, and then he screws up like this. Listen.
Now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin.
Look, we all make mistakes in front of the camera on the stump. You as a politician, your thought about that mistake?
Yeah, I mean, that's just hard to believe. He knows he's talking about Zelensky. He knows he's talking about Ukraine, and then he gets the president confused. And later on last night, I guess he called Trump his vice president. So this is just an ongoing disaster. And I couldn't agree with you more, Brian. He's provided aid to Ukraine, but he's dribbled it out so slowly and put on such restrictions that Ukraine has had a tough time holding back the Russians. But we have to continue to support them, I think, in a far better way than Biden has done.
Absolutely. And you have a movie about that called Soldiers of Song on film, and you're the executive producer of Soldiers of Song, and you do a lot over there to get aid. You take action. Governor, great to see you today, and we'll see if New York is really in play very shortly.
Okay, so you saw that, you heard that, and here's the thing. The first thing a lot of people want to do is, oh, Trump is gaining ground. Oh, man, oh, this is, woo-wee. Oh, we know. Yeah, this is going to be it. Yeah, Trump is definitely going to do it, but do y'all really think it's going to go that way? Let's keep it real. When it comes to stuff like this, I really don't necessarily have no expectation, right? Because there was an expectation that a lot of people had the last election, and then when they thought was going to happen, there was also a high expectation. What was it, about a few years ago, when everybody thought that during those races and everything like that for governor and things of the sort, people thought that there was getting ready to be this red wave that came, right? All the anticipation was there. All the videos before all that were people showing, oh, here go mail-in ballots there. Here goes some voter fraud going on here. Oh, look at this. He or she is up in the polls. Everybody's there. Look at the turnout. Look at the crowd. Look at that. And then once the vote and everything came in, it was like, wait a minute. What happened to that wave? So all I'm telling you guys is that I'm not setting no expectation because, one, that's been my New Year's resolution since I was 15 years old. I don't set no expectation, therefore I'm not disappointed. I won't be surprised at any of it. So I don't mean to do this as no way of just bringing you guys down because y'all might have some anticipation. Oh, man, Trump is going to win every state except for like 7 of them. You can think that all you want to. I'm just saying, if this so-called way that President Biden won before, who's to say that same way is not going to happen? Who's to say, y'all, I hope y'all follow me. I hope y'all can understand the sarcasm in here. Who's to say that he won't get more than those 81 million votes this time come around, because he's definitely going to get, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say that? I'm being realistic with y'all in case y'all didn't know that, but at the same time, I'm throwing the sarcasm in there because we've seen this before. We've heard this before. We've heard before, well, oh, such and such is doing so good in the polls, and when things came out, all of a sudden, you know, stuff stopped counting, and all of a sudden there was an influx and stuff like that. I'm just saying, I'm just giving it to y'all real. You want to real? No, do you, Ty? So are you saying that Biden? No, I'm not saying nothing. All I'm saying is I'm not setting no expectation because whatever may come, I will not be surprised at all by it. What about y'all? See, I can put my information out there without worrying about and caring about what people think about my opinion or anything like that, because all of us got one. I'm not scared to put my thoughts out there in the whole world for them to see it and be completely scalded, whatever you want to call it. I'm not afraid of any of that. And I will hope that you will be the same. That's the reason why we have a First Amendment. Don't be scared to get into the comment section and tell me what you guys think about the whole situation. You don't, just because I don't expect anything doesn't mean that you don't expect anything. Matter of fact, how about that? If you do expect something out of this, if you expect those states to flip red, I would like to hear from y'all and y'all tell me why. Some of y'all are way more computer. Some of you guys are way more politically, literate than what I am. Some of y'all have a lot more information and wisdom and knowledge when it comes to political stuff than I do. And I'd like to hear from your brains. So don't forget to leave it in the comment section below before you get out of here. And also, make sure you do what this little visual lady is showing you right there. If you are new to the channel, to subscribe, make sure that all notifications is turned on. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, all right, so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm and that my content can consistently be recommended to you, folks, all right? Let's see what y'all got to say on this one. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.